in the chat box. So I will put the recommendation. All those in favour?
Aye.
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 Against? Carried. Thank you. We'll move on to the next item, and it's been moved by Councillor Dalton and Member Kake, and it's the Regional Arts and Culture Grants Allocation Round 2. Graham, this is your item, and also again supported by Amanda Kelly. Thank you.
Kia ora, Mr. Chair, and good morning all again. I'd just also like to mention that, as I said last time, Catherine George, who actually is our arts and culture events specialist, who actually prepared this paper and the detail behind it, regrettably is not available today. So we will do our best to answer any specific questions that may come up. But what I would like to do is take the paper as read and just highlight a few key points for councillors and members' consideration before we open up for any questions. So I think the key point here is that this is the round 2 arts and culture grants from last financial year. So, and this was originally supposed to be considered by the PACE committee in April this year, but it was delayed due to COVID-19. I suppose the good news from our perspective and from that of the grantees is that the budget has been carried forward from last year to this year. So this is the recommendations in this paper in addition to the budget that was discussed in the earlier provisions. So just wanted to make that point really clear. So given that this is a somewhat dated series of recommendations, I just want to assure you that we've been in regular contact with the applicants over the last 8 months, in fact, and we've been working with them to get updates on their projects and the activities that they're seeking funding for. And we've also been working with them in terms of having clarity around revised timeframes and any future or sort of contingencies around COVID-19 and ensuring that there's flexibility and that what's being funded is able to be delivered, can flex accordingly, and is still appropriate for the current environment, and we're confident that remains the case. As has been discussed with the events grants, we will work closely with the applicants to mitigate any risk around paying out monies and then not having them able to proceed. And we'll use the same approach that David has just outlined for events. And the final point I'd like to make is that, as is usual when we assess arts and culture applications, it's quite a specialist area. When we make reference to the relevant guiding policies, and we also utilise the services of external assessors in addition to our own council staff who have specialist expertise and knowledge in these areas. So that's my summary, and please take any questions, and thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Amanda or Catherine, is there any other further comments before I open it up for questions? And at the moment, I haven't got any in the chat box. So Amanda, Catherine?
Nothing to add from me, thank you.
And Catherine's away, Alf, so she won't be able to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. I've got questions and comments together. So Councillor Hills followed by Councillor Simpson.
Kia ora, Alf, thank you. I just want to quickly say, and this relates to the events funding too, but both this round and the events, I think these I'm glad these are still massive priorities for us and council as a whole, and they will go a long way for our community and to start increasing that arts and culture and all those jobs, and also, making our communities exciting and interesting during this hard time. I know that it could have been an easy thing to just cut back all our grants for 1 year as they're discretionary, but thank you to yourself, Alf, and Kathy, and also Desley and Shane for ensuring these funds, even though cut back, are still being used for the significant projects and events and plans that they're going to cover. So just want to say thanks, and it's good to see that we're still able to cover so much for our community. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Hills. And Councillor Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to briefly acknowledge the role that arts and culture play in society, especially in times of inverted commas trial, and hope that the professional guidance that our team has given us with regards to the distribution of these funds ensures that Aucklanders have some light relief as they go through this tough year. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't think there's any further questions in regard to this particular item. So Graham, to you and your team, again, thank you so much. It's been moved and seconded. I will put the recommendation.
Sorry, Chair Alf, have you picked up Josephine's question because she's having a problem dialing in?
Yeah, I've got the text, but it's not around this particular item.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought it was.
Yeah, no, I've got the text and I've read it. It's in regards to one of the other items to come up, as well as the homelessness one. So
okay, sorry.
It's all right. I got it covered. Thank you. So look, it's been moved and seconded. I'm going to put the recommendation. All those in favour?
Aye.
Oh, that was
Aye.
quick. Yep.
Aye.
Against? Cool. Thank you.